Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. All right.
Cool.
Welcome to this podcast is Uncalled For.
What's uncalled for about it?
Well, you can't tell anybody this.
I'm listening.
Oh my God, what are you doing? I didn't see the big deal about the human body.
I worship Cthulhu just for the free beer.
Yeah, and don't go to Sam's Club either.
But you didn't even give him a chance for a wild card spot.
What are we doing at Tijuana?
He was like, what did you just say?
Well, the name of this podcast is Stuff Uncalled For?
This podcast is uncalled.
Podcast, all right.
Yeah, that was the most ridiculous ending to that game that I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up. Oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up. Oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up.
We're looking at each other in the eye. We're not going to say anything derogatory to the other person. And, of course, neither of us is drunk.
So I don't hear Pope Francis saying that he's a prophet, seer, and revelator.
What planet are these people on?
And the book, thank you, back from.
See, this is a disgrace. How'd that happen?
And it's got Chick-fil-A.
Hey, we're getting somewhere.
And now, your host for this podcast, Mike Chernevsky.
Fuji!
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Very delighted to have one of my fellow chess instructors on the podcast today, and I will let her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sarmila. I'm a KU graduate. So Rock Jock, Jayhawks. Just wanted to say hi. I'm also a fellow chess instructor with Mike C.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, backstory. She was hired with the chess club shortly after I was, and we did a couple of clubs together. And we usually got stuck together in the early mornings at Holy Trinity.
Oh yeah, I remember those days. That was quite early. I don't know if I wanted to see the children or go to sleep.
For those who are listening and have no idea what we're talking about, had to get up at 5:30 in the morning.
Right.
And get ready, and the club starts at 7 in the morning before school.
It was a doozy, to say the least.
Yeah. Actually, one of the kids in that club is now participating in our weekly chess tournaments. So we're still doing those.
Wonderful.
We're doing those now online. So, and he's pretty good chess player actually. So yeah.
Well, we do get a couple of good ones that really have a passion for chess, and it kind of reminds me of my own passion for chess. I would say I began to become more passionate about chess since my mom played it for a little bit, and I started wanting to learn how to play it, and so she taught me, and I started losing against her until I started winning against her. So it's kind of like, whoop, got you.
Also, congratulations on getting your diploma.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a long 4.5 years to get a human biology degree.
Mm-hmm. And let's be honest, some of it wasn't strictly at KU. You were a Roo at one point. So.
I was a Roo, and then I became a Jayhawk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Since I'm strictly a UMKC guy myself, I never attended KU or anything. What would you say would be the biggest difference between the two schools from your experience?
I would say the atmosphere. I went to Edwards campus in Overland Park, as well as Johnson County Community College to finish my degree in a year. The atmosphere at UMKC is more urban. I would say a lot of the students are from the Kansas and Kansas City, Missouri area. So you definitely see a lot more diversity on that part. I would say KU for sure is a lot nicer in my opinion, especially since I was at a newer campus that was 5 minutes away from where I live. I would say the passion of the professors just made it the best experience for me at Edwards campus, KU.
Okay. Well, if it's the Edwards campus, and yeah, I actually took a class at the Edwards campus when I was at JUCO, actually. So.
Oh, wonderful! Then
Yeah.
you got a taste of the good side.
Yeah. But of course, the main campus is in Lawrence. So, did you ever have to take classes there? Or?
No, I actually got my degree through Lawrence using, since the Bachelor of Arts in Human biology emphasis that I got, it's actually a Lawrence degree. So I had to go back and forth for counseling on how do I finish my 3 years worth of classes at UMKC and about 6 years worth of classes at JUCO to combine all of that into one degree to finish in a year.
Cool.
In 2019. So I graduated December 2019.
All right.
Before all the COVID, fortunately.
I did see that you were thinking of going to med school now, or?
Oh yeah, I'm taking my MCAT soon. I currently have it set for August 29th at 6:30 a.m. Reminding you of the old days when we had to get it back up at 7, stuff like that. Oh my god.
You had to be there at 7. Yeah, so,
be there at 7 or be square.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't feel ready enough. So I'm probably gonna step it back a month so I can get much more prepared so I can do it right the first time.
All right, that's fine. And those would be a KU Med. Right?
Yeah, that's my dream.
To add to more of the confusion, folks, KU Med is in Kansas City, Kansas, right on the state line. And I've been a patient there a couple of times, and yeah, actually, shot film there too. So
that's cool. I work for KU actually.
Oh, you're working at KU now. Awesome.
I work with the Kansas KU Gear Up program.
And
the program, yeah.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that program.
Oh yeah, it's the Gear Up program. It's a great program for people that are in the Kansas City, Kansas school district. So high schoolers, I tutored them in math, science, and English, so they can get to go to KU. Or anywhere they want to put their hearts to. We help these students that are in disadvantaged situations get the tutoring they need to be successful in colleges like KU.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's great. Good stuff, yeah. All right. Yeah, I had a similar experience at UMKC, but I was a business major there. So
business major. Well, I would say for sure that the Roos are definitely a part of my heart. I was there for about 3 years, and I did see the business side of things when I wanted to be a business minor, but I'm sure that would just be the total opposite to what a bachelor's in biology would be.
Right. Yeah, the block school there is the business school at UMKC. I had a pretty good experience. One of my professors, my first semester there, had to take a statistics and probability class, and my professor for that class was Dr. Roy, who was Indian.
Well, I happen to be Indian, so that makes sense.
He had a pretty thick accent too, and I think I still do a decent impression of the guy. Yeah.
Let's
Don't
see
think. Don't think. I don't allow you to think. If you think about it, I will kill you. I will give you a big fat 0 on the. Oh, dang!
That's a pretty thick accent you got there.
Yeah. That's how he talked to me. Everything. Another one of my professors there actually was Stephen Pruitz. He was teaching finance there. I got a D in that class.
Don't worry. I got
He only
F
tested on.
in-
He only graded on the midterm and the final. All right.
Well, that's gonna be pretty difficult.
It is, yeah. It is, yeah. But it was still a fun class to be in, and I would find out. I'd find out later. He also does independent filmmaking.
Oh,
Does a
how
really
wonderful!
he does a really good job with it, with the red cameras and everything. So yeah, something I haven't.
Well, that's awesome because I'm interested in actually making like music videos or something because I am totally into singing and dancing.
I've made music videos, so
Then we should work together.
Mhm.
That'd be awesome.
yeah, yeah, 15 to 25 an hour. That's my rate.
15 to 25. Let me see if I get my job. I have an interview for CVS for full time this Monday.
CVS, the drugstore.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'll be a pharmacy technician.
Yeah, that give you good experience for
That's cool.
KU Med, I think.
Oh, absolutely. I worked for CVS for about 2 years as a farm tech, but I just need to renew my license again and work as that so I can learn all about medications and stuff
Mhm.
before I be a doctor, which is pretty nice.
Yep.
It's been my dream to be a neurosurgeon.
Cool.
So I have a question for you.
I might have an answer.
Hopefully. So what do you find the best experience? What do you get out of being a chess instructor? What is the best thing about that?
So far, the best thing about it has been, well, I got my car from being the chess instructor. Right.
Congratulations.
Well, you know the story behind that, right? So,
I don't actually.
okay. So the car I did drive, that green Olds that I was driving, it was actually my dad's car.
Okay.
It decided it didn't want to work safely anymore, right? It was, and I couldn't afford repairs, and even if I could, the parts aren't made anymore because Oldsmobiles aren't made anymore. Right? So I was basically on foot for about a month a couple of years ago. And
dear.
And I kept Ken in the loop about all this, and then one day, 2 years ago, the month we're recording this, Ken took me to the dealership just down the streets, and we got the car that I'm driving right now, the Hyundai. Took out for a test drive, and then it was pretty interesting trying to get that finance and everything. We wound up having to work out a deal between Ken and I. He would buy the car just outright from the dealership, and then I'd have to work it off.
Wow.
So we worked half of it off. I worked half of it off before we went to my bank to get a loan to cover the rest of it, and that's, as of this moment, about almost a year into a 3-year loan paid off.
Congratulations. That is just the most uplifting story I have ever heard. Ken took care of my guinea pig.
Yeah. Ken's a good guy and takes care of his employees.
He definitely did. His daughter took care of my guinea pig while I was in India.
Cool.
Definitely visiting with relatives and all. And then it was summertime too, and you know how high those AC bills go, especially during the hot seasons, and you got to make sure the pets are right. Yeah, this one's, I'm showing Mike my pet dove. I have a little pet dove. His name is Peter Pandovmonia. I know.
That's funny.
I know. I made it up. It was first going to be Peter Pan, and then I'm like, we're going to put a dove in there, and then we're going to put Monia in there. So it sounds like Peter Pandemonium, but like Peter Pandemonium. Yeah, yeah. Cool. So, yeah, definitely. I have 3 other pets. May I tell you about them?
You may.
Yeah, so I have a pet guinea pig Unfortunately, the guinea pig that Ken took care of was my first guinea pig. He had passed away about a month ago.
Oh,
Just a lot of stress and stuff of moving place to place and stuff like that. But I do have another guinea pig who is still alive and thriving. His name is Apollo,
mhm.
like the Apollo Greek god or the Apollo spaceship. He looks like a spaceship though.
All
You
right.
know, with his elongated body, it's hilarious. Um, and my rabbit is a Dutch rabbit. It's the one with the black and white. You know the pattern if you see one.
Mhm.
His name is Alfredo Alexander Bun Bun.
Cool.
It's a good one. And then I have a beta fish. His name is America because he has the American flag colors. I know. I named a beta fish America. It's just, nah, but it's okay.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Pets wise, I don't have pets right now, but I have had them in the past. Most notably goldfish and a box turtle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, goldfish are pretty tame.
Hmm.
They're not too bad. But what was the other one?
A box turtle.
Box turtle. Did you
Mhm.
find it or did you just?
He was given to me by my scoutmaster at the time.
Oh,
I was going to take care of him for a merit badge actually. So,
nice,
wound up taking
nice.
care of him until he died. So, yeah.
Oh, poor little kid. Well, I call my
Well,
kids
I was a
kids.
teenager, so
Oh, I see. I see. But pets have always been part of my life. I've always loved them. I even got a haircut for my dove so it could sit on my head.
all right, cool.
Yeah, I recently got a haircut. When I say recently, July 1st, I got a haircut.
Yeah.
I know, it's a bit later than July 1st, but yeah.
Yeah. They're
It
talking
makes
someone
things
who's
easier.
follically challenged, so yeah.
Follically challenge, that's a good one. Love it. Just
Yeah.
slow clapping for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Yeah. And
It's funny,
I've
yeah.
been bald for about half my life now, so yeah.
Oh dear, but that I mean your personality covers it.
Mhm.
You have a good personality. You're a good person too. I
Oh,
can
thank you.
tell by the way you treat the kids, and yeah, you're strict with them. But I mean, sometimes the kids need a little bit strictness, especially since some of the private schools that we work with.
Oh yes, yes, exactly. Um, well, that and I think a lot of that has to do with um, well, kids need to have fun, but they also need discipline because we're
Oh,
there to teach them. We're
absolutely.
not babysitters, you know.
We are not babysitters. I know the parents think we're like after school sometimes, but we are strictly not after school club.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, certainly
What do you?
Trinity. That's before school,
Oh,
but yeah, all the others. Usually, almost all of them are after school, but a couple of exceptions. Um, a couple of exceptions like lunchtime, for example. I had a couple of them, and yeah. And to be quite honest, I prefer working with older kids than I do
I
younger kids.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree 100%. The older kids are like well mannered. They know what they're doing and they figure out chess like no one's business. It's like you just do your thing and I'll just watch you from afar.
Yeah. They also do a better job of listening.
Yes, I agree. Yes, Coach Mike.
And that applies to Hilltop too. So uh, Hilltop, I can't talk too much about it, but it's a program in the Jackson County Family Court System.
Hmm.
It's a residential facility for troubled youth. So,
Oh, I see.
yeah, and they
Well,
tend to
maybe I
be.
could be part of it. If I get hired back, would you allow me to do part of it?
That'll be between you and Ken.
Ah, okay.
But I will
Yeah.
tell you this: they do have you do some training and background checks, and So
which I'm totally open to. Awesome. And thank you for letting me
I've been-
know.
I've had a lot of background checks just for the chess club for different jurisdictions. Well, of course, part of it, yeah, cursor back check when you first get hired, right? Did you freeze on me again?
Future Mike here. So, as you could probably tell, we got cut off near the end there. But I do want to take a moment to thank Sarmila for taking the time to be on the podcast today. Because this was recorded using Zoom, there's also a video component, just like with all the Fringe episodes. I might make that available if people pay me, but that'll be an option to think about in the days ahead. And as always, thank you so much for supporting us, and we will see you next time.
This podcast is Uncalled For is hosted, produced, and edited by Mike Chernevsky. Opening music is Fantasia by Kevin MacLeod at incomptech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license. The closing music for this episode is Quiet Raga by Nimisha Shankar. Licensed under a Creative Commons by Attribution license. Additional music included No Frills Salsa Alternate by Kevin MacLeod at incomptech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license. Please like, share and subscribe to the podcast through your favorite podcasting platform. Like our Facebook page at facebook.com/uncalledforpodcast and check out our blog with show notes at uncalledfor.home.blog. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next time.